Alright, so hello. In this video we're going to be addressing any sort of negative feelings you have toward another person, like anger, depression, or like resentment or something. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to first start by just relaxing our bodies and minds, and this will be very quick. Unlike the other guided meditation, this one goes by very quickly because you don't need to be in a deep trance or anything for this one, or any trance at all. So just quick relaxing technique, that's all. Go ahead and put me in full screen if you can. Full screen works better because that way you see your eyes move back and forth more on full screen. Follow this with your eyes, back and forth. Follow it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just like that. And you're starting to get more relaxed. You're going to get more relaxed. You can now feel more relaxed already. You're starting to feel relaxed. Your mind is feeling relaxed. Your body's feeling relaxed because this is the movement your eyes make when you're dreaming. So your mind's associating that. And you're getting relaxed and relaxed. Eyes getting tired, and there you go. You can go ahead and close your eyes now if you want. It's easier to go through this process with your eyes closed because then you can visualize a lot of things, but you don't have to close them yet, actually. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Just kind of relax your body. And now I'm going to imagine this relaxing energy. It's going to come from up here. It's going to come right through your body, down, out through your feet. As it works its way down, it's going to push all the stress in your body, all this negativity in your body, stress and stress muscles, tense muscles, and it's going to push through and relax all those muscles, and the tense and the stress and the negativity is going to be pushed through your body and out your feet. 1, on the count of 3, 2, 3. It's just pushing through and all your muscles relaxed. Relaxed, relaxed, and just kind of melt like this. There you go, just like that. Yes, more and more relaxed. There you go. Okay, so now that we have our mind and body a little bit more relaxed, we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to imagine the experience where you felt angry or depressed or resentful. And I want you to experience that emotion. And as you begin to experience that emotion of anger or depression or resentment, whatever it might be, pay attention to the bodily things that are happening as you begin to feel that emotion. Maybe your throat constricts. Maybe your neck muscles tense, or your shoulders tense, or something tense as you purse your face, your head wrinkles. Pay attention to these physical signs and any sort of mental signs that happen. There might be certain processes your mind starts going through, certain things it starts saying, that little voice in your head. Recognize what's happening as you're feeling this resentment, as you're feeling this anger, as you're feeling this depression, whatever this negative emotion is. Experience it now. Mind, experience it. Mind, bring it up, access this feeling, access a memory that makes them feel this feeling, and now feel it, feel that emotion, feel it, feel that emotion. Pay attention to what the body's doing, what the mind's doing, what's the thoughts, how does it feel, what are the different inner workings of the mind. Really pay attention to that, every little nuance you can. Focus on all of this as if you're an outside person. You're not really the body, you're an outside person looking in at all of it. You're just analyzing what the body is doing as the body feels this emotion. What is the body doing? Now, remember that. Try to remember as many of those details as you can. It'll be important later, this way later on, when you're beginning to feel anger, you can start sensing any of those signs. Then you know, oh, I'm about to get angry, I'm about to get depressed, and I'm going to show you how to use the techniques we're about to go through in your daily life to eliminate that and to strike it dead. I'm not going to teach you how to avoid anger. That's unhealthy. I'm not going to teach you how to suppress anger. That's unhealthy. I'm going to teach you how to control it. I'm going to teach you how to nip it in the butt before it even begins. This is healthy. And how to replace it with compassion, because compassion is better than anger. And compassion serves more purposes than anger can ever serve. And alright, here we go. So what I want you to do right now is to think about that person right now. Imagine that person. Think about them. Imagine them. The person that makes you angry or depressed or resentful, the person that is triggering these negative emotions in you. Think about that person. Okay, you have them in your mind. Now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine for a moment that across that person's face, the word peace in bright letters, peace. Imagine it like it's written with light itself. Peace on their face. Peace, peace, peace. Imagine it. See it. Can you see it now? I want you to see it. Actually see it. Peace. Okay. Now, mind, I need you to access a deeply rooted hurt, a deeply rooted core hurt. Mind, access this deeply rooted core hurt and now experience it. Body, experience that hurt. Experience that core hurt. Just experience it for a moment. Imagine maybe it's a family hurt, some hurt that stems deep down from family history. Maybe it's a loved one, but there's a deep hurt there. Experience that hurt. Experience that hurt just for a moment. Just experience it for a moment. Now I want you to make it verbal. Verbalize that hurt, because I need it to be a specific type of hurt, a type of hurt that makes you feel unloved. This deep core hurt makes you feel unloved. This is one of the emotions that anger tries to mask, this hurt. So it's anger's job. It's depression's job. Or depression is a result of that job process. Either the person gets angry or depressed. Now, think about that hurt. Mind, access that hurt, that deep core hurt that triggers this feeling of being unloved. I'm going to give it a moment to trigger that emotion. Experience it. Experience that hurt. Experience that hurt of feeling unloved. Now verbalize it out loud. Say it with me. I feel unloved. Just say it out loud. It doesn't matter if anyone hears you, if there's someone else in the room. Just say, I feel unloved. I feel unloved. I feel unloved. Good. Yeah, just like that. I feel unloved. Now, mind, access, and experience a deeply rooted value. Think about people you love. Think about loved ones. Think about kind acts you've done. Think about acts of compassion that you've done. Think about compassion in general. Think about acts of peace you've done, or peace that you felt, or just think about peace in general. And that all feels good. Compassion, your loved ones. Now see this person that I had you visualize. See this person as a person and not as a demon. Don't see them as a person trying to hurt you or harm you. See them as a person. See them as a person who also suffers. See them as a person who has hardships and feels emotions. See them as a person who has lost loved ones, but most importantly, see them as a person who also feels unloved. See them as a person who also feels unloved. Just experience that for a moment. And now, love yourself. Just love yourself. That's right, you can do it. Just let it happen. Just love yourself. Feels good. Just love yourself. Okay, so loving yourself. Which feels better to you? Which do you like feeling more? Anger, depression, or peace, compassion? How do you best like yourself? Do you best like yourself when you're angry? Do you best like yourself when you're depressed? Or do you best like yourself when you feel peaceful, when you feel compassionate? When you feel compassion? So that's it. There you go. It's a really quick exercise you can do, and you can do this every day. You can listen to this video every day, and every day you listen to it, it'll be a different experience, because you might imagine a different person, or even if you imagine the same person, we might go into your brain might bring up a different core memory that triggers this hurt, a different core hurt that you feel deep down inside. So it's useful to listen to this every single day, and you'll start feeling more and more confident. You'll start feeling more and more peaceful. You'll start, hopefully, even right now, you already feel better about this person. That, hey, I feel better about this person. I actually see them as a person, another living, compassionate being like me. And you can see them that way, through the eyes of compassion, through the eyes of a compassionate person. Compassion is good. Compassion is better than anger. Compassion is better than depression. And the reason why in the beginning I had you go through the process of actually experiencing a negative emotion and to pay attention to the bodily signs and the mental signs and so forth is where you can recognize those signs later. Keep practicing that every day too. Recognize those signs, learn them well, learn to spot them right away. That way you can tell that you're about to get angry before you do. You can tell that depression's about to come before it comes on. You can feel it right away. And then when you feel it, stop for a moment. Just stop for a moment. Imagine that person that's in front of you right then and there whenever it happens, or the people in front of you. Maybe it's more than one. And you can feel these signs, so you know you're about to get angry or depressed, and then imagine peace, 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 peace on that person or on those people. And then verbalize, pay attention to this hurt feeling you feel. Feel that hurt feeling for a moment, and then verbalize it. Rather than talking about being angry, rather than talking about I'm about to get angry, don't mention those words at all. Don't mention I'm about to get depressed. Just flat say, recognize that hurt, feel it. The things you're doing or the things you're saying are making me feel hurt. And just verbalize that. Or say they're making me feel unloved. Whatever negative thing they're making you feel, but don't say anger. Focus on the hurt, the pain. Whatever kind of pain it is. If you don't know exactly what it is, just say it makes me feel hurt. Because anger's job is to mask hurt. That's what it does. Or to mask potential hurt. So either this person is hurting you right now and you're not recognizing it. On a deep level, though, they are hurting you. Or your brain is anticipating the hurt. They're doing something that's similar to what's hurt you before, and so your brain's anticipating the hurt, and that's why it's triggering anger. Because anger's job is to mask hurt, or sometimes it anticipates the hurt about to come, and it gets angry to avoid it. So it either masks it or avoids the hurt, the pain. That's its job. It's also what depression does too. Interesting enough, depression is like a replacement for the hurt. It's what the hurt and stuff turns into, and so recognize those signs right away, and then just peace, peace, peace on the person. Visualize that, and then just express it out loud. Whatever you're doing right now is making me feel hurt. Most of the time, when people hear that, they don't know how to respond to that. They're like, "I'm sorry," and they can well, what should I do? How can I change this? And just, hey, it's just making me feel hurt. And then, after you verbalize that, hey, it's making me feel hurt, imagine a core value, experience that core value, think upon good things, think upon loved ones, and think about that feeling of love, think about kind acts you've done, think about acts of compassion that you've done, think about acts of peace, and after you do that, then look at that person again and see them as a person, not the enemy. You have to go through this mental process. You have to train your brain to do this. And see them as a person, not a demon. See them as a person who also suffers like you. See them as a person who feels hardships and feels emotions, but most importantly, see them as a person that also feels hurt sometimes, that also feels unloved sometimes. See them as that person. You have to go through this process and visualize it. Train your brain to do this. And this also helps you feel empathy, feel compassion for others. And then you've gone through the process and you're done, and you should feel calm. You should have nipped anger in the butt if you go through this process, and eventually you'll get faster and faster, where you can just go. You can do it so fast that you just don't ever get to the point where you get angry. And even if you get to the point where you're angry, you can still go through this process, and it'll help you calm down. Just keep going through it until you calm down. All right, so hopefully this helps you in your life and helps you to overcome anger and overcome these negative emotions. Because hey, what is one thing that gets people mad is not feeling like they're in control. You're in least control when you're angry or when you're depressed, but mainly when you're angry, you're in the least amount of control. You're not yourself when you're angry or depressed. You are somebody else. And so anger or depression is taking control of you. You become its slave. You become its puppet. That's the least amount of control you can have, is when you're a slave, when you're a puppet, when your strings are being pulled by the mastermind, in this case the emotion. So if you want to be in control, you want true power. True power is to learn to use this technique and other guided meditation techniques that we're going through to raise your awareness of self and things around you, that you can control this emotion, that you can control anger and depression. And when you can do that, that's real control. Then you have power. That's real power, real control. Also, you can use this for the whole world, the same mental process, but imagine the whole world, peace, peace, peace on all the people, and imagine all the people. That's all you do, the same technique I just taught, but you just use all the people, and that'll help you start to see everyone as people, as real people, so you don't have to resort to things like calling them names and stuff like this. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. This was brought to you by Namic Love. There'll be more about this in an upcoming book called The Namic Path. That was kind of gay, huh? Here's a manly wave. Anyway, bye.